Y'all watching KnicksFanTV.
All right, bro. Thanks, man.
Trey started going off. Trey started cooking in the third quarter. Yeah. What did you think about Fizdale waiting until 2 minutes left in the fourth to get him back in there when Frank was relatively quiet on the offensive end? You weren't really getting that much production from your guards down the stretch. There was relatively no ISO and no Trey to close the game. But what do you guys think about that?
I mean, I felt Fizz is a guy who goes kind of by feel. You know what I'm saying? So we were kind of toe to toe with them for a while. It was like they punch, we punch, they punch, we punch.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was kind of hard for him to try to like put somebody in the game in that middle of that little flurry. So I don't really blame him for kind of seeing what happens after the melee. And then once it started to drop a little bit, it's like, all right, I guess we can get him back in here. So I mean, I understand the thought process. I might have did something similar to what he did. It's kind of touch and go at that point when you're both trying to just punch each other out.
CK, what you think about that?
He hit it around the head. I think he did a good job playing by feel. I mean, of course, from what we saw at the end of the third with Trey, we want Trey back out there as soon as possible, giving us some points and stuff. But at the same time, with the lineups we had, we were going back and forth with them, and we were getting some stops. They were getting stops. So it's like, it's you're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't. I do personally think we probably could have got him in a little bit earlier, but again, like you said, Frank was lacking on the offensive side. Defensively, then maybe I'd be a little more critical on it, but we were toe to toe with them for the majority of that fourth quarter. So
yeah, and you know, I mean, we'll get to the point guards in a second, but you know, that's a challenge that I think they're gonna have some nights. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, well, because the point guards have their strengths are so opposite of each other. You're sacrificing so much on one end to leave a guy in like a Frank. When you may need Trey's offense, who it seemed like Trey went into the third quarter like, you know what, forget trying to pass. It's Trey Burke time. You know what I'm saying? Trey went back to his strengths, and he brought us back into the game. And it seemed like he just stopped thinking about being a point guard and just was himself. You know, just knocking down those mid ranges. I
kind of felt like that's kind of what we needed at that point because
100%.
I don't know. There was a time where I felt like Frank could have had 10 assists this game. And he was setting everybody up beautifully, but they just kept breaking everything. I felt like the Bucks were clogging the paint a lot. There wasn't really a lot of angles for passes really in the paint that much, really. So Trey was like, all right, I'm gonna take these shots, and it got us back in the game. So it worked.
I hate on Trey, man. Trey's a basketball player. He's playing an NBA game. If anybody else does that ISO ball, everybody's going crazy over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see LeBron do it all day. Nobody complains. You know what I mean? So
well, I think the issue is in fairness to the Trey criticism, and I agree with you. And when Trey does it, listen, it works, and we need that. But it's just we just lacking facilitators right now. I think that's a problem. Why people pick on Trey so much is because
that's real. Fizz coached them up. He got back and he did his thing. Fizz coached them up, but Fizz left him on the bench too long. We needed that. You know what I mean?
I thought so. Man.
Fizz gotta say, look, if you're gonna put Frank at the point, put Trey off the bench, let him come in, bring buckets. Them in ISO zone, they do their ISO thing, but if you're gonna put Frank on the point and let him start, he's gotta do more. You know, you gotta do a little more, man. You gotta, if he's gonna penetrate, dish, hit a shot here and there, but 10 points. You could get that in a full NBA game, 35.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As far as Frank goes, I'll be honest, I would like to put the ball in Frank's hand alongside Trey Burke, because I feel like if you give Frank the ball, him and Trey could, you know what I'm saying, work that facilitating world out, you know what I'm